That was a heck of a journey from here to there, you know. How's everybody going today? Yep, we got stopped by freezing. The sluice and everything was down yesterday, so we've been just prioritizing doing other things. But right now we're going to get these HID light fixtures. We're going to get these HID light fixtures up on this bench, and we're going to start working on them. We're going to separate the aluminum from the transformers and tin shred, obviously. So we're going to get those bad boys up here and get to work. Yes, I'm wearing a glove inside out because that finger has worn out, and I'm going to use that side now. See? Yep. Okay. We got aluminum wire bag right here because we got some aluminum wire. We're going to stuff in there real fast here. Just get it in there. Some more. Got some more. Okay. Yeah, I better get these light fixtures done before they freeze at the bottom of this buggy. Yep. All these big old leaves off of that tree right there fell the other day when it was snowing and windy out. Yep. These are surprisingly light. I'm beginning to think that probably the majority of these have double aluminum transformers. I hope not, but okay, that one's a little heavier than say that one. We'll disassemble one row at a time, since I got all my bags set up on that side right now. It's either that or I just take them down, but we got 12 of them. I might be able to line up 12 just on this side alone, so let's do that. These are HID light fixtures. You could run into some with aluminum transformers, and you can run into some really good ones with copper transformers. Big difference between the two on how they pay at a scrapyard. If you're tearing the transformers down, kind of like what I do, you'll make max money off of the whole fixture itself. There's people that take these to the scrapyard just as they are. But let's get the rest of them up there. So yeah, it looks like we'll do a couple of different rows. And we're just gonna throw the rest up there so they're up there. They don't take long to take apart. I hope we get some copper out of these. There has been times where, well, they would all be aluminum and then I'd lose on them. Not really lose, I would make my money back, but it's nicer when they're all copper. Yeah. Okay, so I got my snips, 2 different size bits. Usually that's all we need to take these apart, so we're to start streamlining this row right now. That's in front of me, okay? Yeah. I'm taking out all the screws from this vantage point here of the same size bit. Usually these lights have multiple bits that you need to use. In this case, I see 2. All right, pull out 1/4-inch bit. Get all the smaller screws. Usually they're, I don't know, we got one up here by the top or by the bottom of this fixture. I left that on there, I guess. Okay. Now I flip them over. And then you see that you'll have more hardware to take apart. It's almost like they're wanting to come apart right now, but we got to take these other pieces of hardware out. It will make our lives easier, for sure. Yeah. All right. Quarter-inch bit. Now we should be looking pretty good to just take these apart. These are missing each side of these screws on one end, so I mean I would have had 2 more to take apart, but they're missing. So another not such good sign that there might be aluminum transformers in here, but I don't know until I open them up. So you're going to find more hardware once you get into them. I'm going to try to open and expose all of them right now. This is tin shredding. Those little hooks on the end can be cast aluminum, but sometimes I find them very difficult to get apart, so I just tend to leave them. I know it's a little bit of value in there, but not much. I see this one's coming apart. So if they just unscrew nicely, I'm cool with taking the hooks off. And then that's got to come apart. This wire right here. It's all taped on there. We'll deal with that later. Okay, so these hooks are coming off. They usually never come off this easy. All right, let's open them up. We might be looking at a bunch of doo-doo here. Double aluminum transformers, I think. We're going to test a couple and see what we got. Peel back some of this paper a little bit, kind of get a little side action, side swipe. Got any copper? No, that big coil is aluminum on there. And then you got this itty bitty tiny coil on the side. so happens to be copper. So we can do one of two things with these transformers, because I'm starting to assume that they're probably all the same. We will double check that as we go, but all we're getting is one little piece of copper out of this for breaking this down. Now, is it worth taking it apart for the value that's inside, or do we sell this as its transformer as it sits? It's something that you got to ask yourself. Value your time and try to figure those things out. Now, these are probably bummers. That's aluminum, that'll be copper. So I'm just going to kind of look at each coil as we go. Now, you can still sell this as copper transformers because technically there's copper inside. But is it enough copper? So it's not looking good, guys. Not at all. Not at all. Trying to file that side down to look. I'm pretty sure that's aluminum. Or is it? What do we got here? I think that is copper. This one here, it's kind of hard for me to tell. Okay, so this one has a copper transformer, double copper on each side, it looks like. So that's good. But majority of them are going to be all mainly aluminum. All right, let's get this stuff apart because we're going to sell the casings as cast aluminum, and we'll have transformers, some wires built up. We're going to throw the wires into this junk bucket of wires that we have here. Basically, this is mixed stuff. It's got all the connectors and cones on it and all that good, you know, tchotchkes. I usually just sell that stuff as is. It's not worth cutting a cone off of every little piece of wire that you see. Yeah. All right. Let's get these apart. We'll make a decision and we'll see. I don't think we're getting very good prices for transformers. It might just be worth taking them apart as is. And not break the transformers down. We'll see. We'll see what happens. That one only had one screw holding it in. That was weird. Yep, they've definitely had new transformers put in over its lifespan. This one has two screws. All right. Now it's kind of just about as simple as tearing them apart and separating the wires from the transformers and whatnot and so forth. Okay. That's what we're doing. As soon as I find my snippers. There they are. All right. I'm going to go through and cut all the wires off of everything until it's easy for me to manage them. try to grab the wire as you go and toss it in your bucket down here. Probably be a little helpful. One less thing to pick up. Now I do have my press up there and ready to crack these if I really want to, but we'll just kind of see what we got going on. Nah. All right. One screw right there. All right, now you got your cast aluminum pieces you can start bagging wherever our cast is. Our cast is right here. Probably just gonna leave the paper on there, whatever. Okay, okay. Every now and then you'll get one that's kind of stuck like that. Those make me angry. Now that it's bent, it probably won't come out all that easy either. There it goes. I think that did it. It did. All right. Cast aluminum. Little bugger. What's going on now? All right. Yeah, I figured since the sluice was down just for today, I'd come out here and take care of some more stuff that I found last Friday. That's what happens to be this stuff. Yep. Snippers. Get that wire. And that's really as far as I go with them. Unless they're good enough transformers to go up there into the press. This is a double copper transformer right here. All these other ones are not. Yep. But they do have some copper. So how much are we making, you know what I mean, on them if we break them open, opposed to just selling the aluminum copper transformers as they are? Who knows? I'll have to kind of figure that out as I go here. But usually if there's any copper in them, I like cracking them. But sometimes I feel like it may not be worth it. It's really, the decision's really up to you guys. Really. Yeah. But I'm always constantly asking myself, is it going to be worth my time to do? This one was heavier than, say, this one and that one. This one has an AL on it. Could that possibly mean aluminum transformer inside? Don't know. This one's heavy. And it's got ice connected to it. Hadouken. Flip that one. There. So we're going to do another row. We'll see if we get any more good copper ones out of this. All right. Flip them over. All right, they should come apart like that. Cool. Open them up, expose all the other hardware. That's got to come apart. Okay, undo the transformers and this strap right here. That's on each one. That's got a whole different style bit on it, on all of it. The other one we've been using, usually it's just 1/4-inch screws holding these transformers in, one on each corner. All right. better be loose. This one's got Phillips holding it in. Someone's definitely been in here working on them, especially that one. All right, snip all wires. All that you can. That wire's a little extra heavy. I don't know why. Huh. All right. Now I'll retrieve cast aluminum. Got one holding us up right here. We'll come back to it. That's got Phillips. Okay. Grab our Phillips bit. There's one. My hand will let me grab it. Here we go. I should be nipping off these little ground wires on these. There. I said I should be. Yep. All right. We got this one to deal with. Let's get rid of all our tin shred. All right, more transformers. I'm going to stack these a little bit separate so I can test them. If we have some time, I want to blow some leaves around tonight because, well, there's a lot of them. There. Got it. Okay. We're just making sure that there's no real double aluminum ones in there because those are basically useless. There isn't much at all for scrap metal inside that besides aluminum. So there is that. I'm looking for my thing. I'm just gonna scratch it with a needle nose, I guess. So that one there has got a copper coil there, and then what is that? Aluminum. It's going to be a lot of that. Copper and aluminum. I think we only have one double copper transformer this time around. Aluminum. Typically all the ones that are going to look like that, they're going to be aluminum. So is there any that look different? Kind of like that one right there that was double copper? No. Maybe this. Okay. That one's got copper. This is a double copper transformer. Yeah, it was those two. All these are aluminum. Aluminum copper. I know I should stop playing with them. Let's go crack them. Let's get up there and break these and get our copper. How about that? Let's go. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We're going up here now, okay? Yeah, this way. This way! Whoa. Don't want one of those falling on the GoPro. It would annihilate that. All right. That'll probably do. Oh, this isn't the right steel plate. It's this one. Yeah. There. Hey, you see me? Hello? Okay. Looks like that'll do. We got to put in our side plates, one on each side. like that. All right. Looks like we got some pressure, some air pressure. Yeah. Got our hammers. We're just gonna crack them right down here on the ground, right on that steel slab. Should be pretty good. Oh yeah. All right. Should be good. Just making sure the GoPro is seeing that. That's the troublesome part right here. Hello. Oh yeah. It's seeing it. Okay. Oh yeah. These ones are a bit different. They're E, they got a small E right there that makes them stick in. But we're gonna go and just pop them all and go from there. That's what I think. I don't have this set up right either. Okay. Darn aluminum ones, man. That's okay. Stay. it needed a bit more, didn't it? Last one. Okay. Bada boom. All right, I'm gonna grab me a bucket for steel and copper and aluminum. There, how about these three? That'll do. Okay, we'll go steel, copper, aluminum. I'm gonna stick that right in there. How about that? Cool. So that's a steel bucket. Figure I get rid of all those stray pieces of steel and get them all up out of the way. We set 3 of these up and we just smack them out with a hammer is usually what we do. I don't know if these will give me a hard time or not, but I had one the other day that was almost impossible, it felt like, which I thought was pretty crazy. So that one needs to get smacked. Sometimes I can't get both sides to crack. Break the weld. Now it's ready to go. Yep. Cool. Yep. Yep. Copper and aluminums. This one. All right. Got this one here. Other side. There. All right, now let's separate the steel core from the aluminum and the copper. Is what we do next. Okay. Where's my favorite hammer? Here we go. All right. So here, you got your aluminum and your copper piece. Actually, This one feels like copper. That's heavy. Definitely. You can feel the difference between them. That's copper, this is aluminum. Now typically, I would definitely have my work stand up. This slab of steel that I'm beating stuff on sits up here, but since there's only 12 of these, I'm okay with it. Right? Hey, you're supposed to be over here now. I don't know what you're doing, but hey, we're over here. We're doing these. Let's try not to smack my GoPro with a hammer. Okay. But yeah, we're right here. Hello. Yep, we're down here. It's fine. I can talk to my subscribers better down here, okay? So here. There. Ooh, that one's being a little toughy. There. Copper, that's aluminum, unfortunately. That one came right out quickly. Aluminum, copper. This isn't usually how I'm set up to do these, but we don't have many to do, so yeah, I can run this all half set up if I wanted to. I do these things. Okay, this is my other hammer. I call it the Reaper. You can get in a lot deeper on transformers if they're giving you a hard time. This one usually a bit more inaccurate, but so this is double copper. I can definitely feel the weight difference. Yep. Boom. Copper, aluminum. So yeah, you can just keep repeating that process. And you know, if you ever run into a big batch of these transformers, you're gonna make way more money opening them, for sure. I can like guarantee on that one. But if you run into a bunch that have aluminum coils like this, you really got to pick and choose your battle. You know what I'm saying? Aluminum adds a little copper. Last one. Sometimes it's just effortlessly, you can just open them right up. That's a double. Wait. No, that's aluminum, that's copper. That sucks, but hey, we just scrapped everything and sorted out all our materials, and I just showed you how I do it anyways. Yep. I'll travel anywhere and do this anytime. But unfortunately, I don't think we got a whole lot of copper out of those. Which, you know, it is what it is. That's all we got out of it. Which isn't terrible. Let's weigh it. Let's weigh our copper. How about that? Yeah, let's weigh it. All right. Let's see, we're zeroed out. So how'd we do? And by the way, this is all free. I got these dumpster diving. Right? And we'll also get paid for the steel, the aluminum, and cast aluminum as well. But we got 16 pounds of number 2 copper from that. Not bad. I mean, I think I did these 12 within an hour, I think. So I'm happy with that. We're gonna throw them right down here because we got a bucket down here for it. Yep. What do we get for steel? It's heavy. 111 pounds. Okay. How about this sheet aluminum? Nine and a half pounds of sheet aluminum. And then we got all that cast aluminum over there too. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad to have those done and out of the way. I'm cool with that. Pretty cool with that. We got our steel right here. Yeah. Right. Tomorrow. Oh. Tomorrow is definitely going to be above freezing, so we're going to be right back at chopping and sluicing. I'm going to wrap it up tomorrow too, for sure. I never really messed with these too. I threw these here because I thought they looked cool, and well, I still don't know what they are. But there's 2 of these things and 2 of those things, and then you got some wires and blah blah blah. I don't know. But it's going to be up on the scrap bench for scrap. I know that. Yeah. All right. I don't know how much fuel I have in this leaf blower, but if there's a respectable amount, I might try blowing some leaves right now. Yeah, there's half a tank. Okay. We're going to start blowing leaves. Okay? Because it's fall time, winter time now. Okay? Yeah. We did light fixtures today. Got it done. We did. Hope y'all enjoyed yesterday's video. I put a lot of time into it. I just wanted to express my feelings toward my subscribers and my viewers. I really want to thank everybody again for watching Merchant Metals. It's about to get more interesting. It's just I got to get my butt moving. I got to. I still got a bag of wire right here and that basket right there that I want to actually run through the Stripmeister. See if we can get that all done in like a live stream or something. I don't know, but we're gonna try to blow some leaves. Yeah, leaves. Mason boy, we gotta blow the leaves. We gotta blow the leaves, Mason boy. Let's see if we can start up this old 70s leaf blower. Sometimes it's not so willing to run at all. We'll see what happens this time. Oh. No, that was it for this leaf blower. It just locked right up. Oh yeah, she locked right up. Oh, that was that. That was the end of that leaf blower. So apparently it didn't like to run without the filter cap. It's not blowing. So what I think happened to this is somehow the fan on the inside is not connected no more, because it is literally making this motor scream way loud. But I think somehow it's all jacked up in there, because it's not. Maybe it was those leaves right there. I don't know. I think it might have been those leaves that were all jammed up in there. Now that it can breathe, let's see if it'll run better. Oh yeah! That's what it was! Yeah, there we go!
so long in construction that I forgot I had a dream. Didn't know where I was going, didn't like where I had been. So one day I gave it all up when my eyes were open wide. I packed my life into my truck with Mason Boy by my side. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping industry, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Myself a trailer, so when I'm on the road, I have a rolling workshop and can scrap a heavy load. When it feels like life is hard, I know just what to do. I hit the road and recycle scrap and make my dreams come true. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping in the street, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi.